William Hunt Savile sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Yes? What do you mean won't do it? Nah, leave it to me. I'll go up there and I'll talk 'em round. Pint of bitter. In a thin glass. What's the story, boys? A little birdie tells me you're refusing to play.
Yeah, that's right.
After everything I've done for you lot.
We've had enough, pal. All that slating, all that Mickey taking around the scoreboard.
All those stupid nicknames you give us.
Yeah.
We're not playing again until you change your ways.
You'll play, or I'll ban you for life. You're a big man, but you're out of shape.
You could talk.
So, with champions old and new strong-armed into appearing, the 2013 Trilby Tour reaches its climax at the World Championship Final. Held for the first time in the north of England at the glorious Rockliffe Hall in Durham, the final sees the top 10 competitors from each regional qualifier battle it out for the trophy, alongside 8 of this year's champions and past winners. Let's see how the 2013 Tour panned out. The year started at the Marriott Worsley Park near Manchester, a new venue where a tense playoff saw Richard Chisholm crowned champion of Lancashire.
It was good. I wasn't expecting it. I was terrible the day before. I lost about 10 golf balls. And yes, I wasn't expecting nothing. I think that's what actually helped me. Turned up and wasn't expecting to do anything and sort of played well. I still walked past the trophy and like, hey, hello.
The second venue was another new one for the tour, the Marriott Hollins Hall near Bradford. And by a right chuffed Paul Rogers became champion of Yorkshire.
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. It's something you sort of think about, you want to do, whether your day's on the day, but obviously it was that day and I came through good, so it means everything, so made it worthwhile. All the practice, all the heartache, it worthwhile.
Next, the tour returned to glorious Cornwall and the ever-rugged Trevose Golf and Country Club. Local lad Richard Ackland used his course knowledge well and claimed the title. Sadly, Richard has become disillusioned with golf, and not long after winning, he sold his clubs and won't be appearing in the final. The Marriott St Pierre was selected for the Trilby Tour's first ever foray into Wales, and young Aaron Sturrock was the winner in the first of his 3 2013 playoff appearances.
It went right off the mark, really. I drove the ball down the first really well and down the second, so my driving was quite strong. I was right at the green on the par 3 and then played probably the best shot of the day. Well, my best shot of the day anyway, which was a flop shot over the bunker to about 4 foot. Dollied the putt down, so I know I had 2 for it, and then just knocked it in.
A second trip to the Nottinghamshire Golf and Country Club for the tour brought red-hot temperatures and scorching golf, with boy wonder Ben Rosenbrook claiming the county title this year.
The weather was excellent, the course was in great condition, the greens at the time were absolutely spot on, and yeah, it was a great day. I started off really well. I started off with an eagle, and then bogeyed the next to the par 3. And then after that, I just sort of parred and then kept making the odd birdie. Went out in 22 points, and then had a good strong finish. I birded 3 out of the last 5, so no, I had a good finish.
The Marriott Hanbury Manor saw the wettest event in Tour history, but the players marched on regardless, with Paul York winning the Championship of Hertfordshire.
Because everyone made you feel at ease, it was just a dream come true. And to actually halve it with someone after 3 playoff holes, and then have to play an extra hole in the semi-darkness, yeah, it was unbelievable. But I mean, I'm still shaking now after the final putt, which is what, 4 weeks ago now.
The sun reappeared for the Tour's return to perennial favourite, the Marriott Sprowston Manor, where Chris Crowe became Norfolk's new champion.
Well, I played last year at the Buckinghamshire. The experience was fantastic, but the round was absolutely horrific. I think it was 14 points. In fact, by the end of the round, I was praying that there were people who had less points than me, so I didn't have to be made to stand in front of the scoreboard and get an absolute slated. So, but after it, just thought, what an event, and I've got to enter it again next year, and luckily enough did so at Sprowston and did quite well. It was the best golfing experience I've ever had. It was phenomenal, really phenomenal.
Regional qualifiers drew to a close at Kings Hill in Kent, and the highest scoring day of the season saw Simon Hudd crowned King of the Hill.
Just brilliant. I mean, it's the biggest thing. I've played 130 people on the day. Yeah, a great surprise in many respects to win. Yeah, I mean, the whole day was fantastic fun. Really good camaraderie out on the course. Lots of people watching, everyone wishing you well. It was just a fantastic day.
8 regional qualifiers and 8 regional champions, but all of them have to get past the big man, 2012 Trilby Tour World Champion Carl the Power Powell.
Defending the title around this course, it's a long course. I think it's going to be, well, looking at the rough and everything, it's going to be the guy that hits it the straightest that scores the best, and one of my strengths is I hit it fairly straight off the tee, so hopefully I'll be up there and try and make it into the top 4 again. Nerves shouldn't really be an issue for me. I've played now in 3 Trilby Tour events and seem to get less nervous each time I play, so as I say, I'm looking forward to it.
And finally, to Rockliffe Hall and our man with a microphone, Rob Lee.
Thank you, Mac. Yes, welcome to the 2013 Trilby Tour World Championship Final at the 5-star Rockliffe Hall. And we are talking about the best of the best until we find out the ultimate champion.
On the tee from Whistling Golf Club in Surrey, first-time Trilby Tour finalist, qualified at the Buckinghamshire, Mr. Teddy Sheringham.
Well, Teddy has shown great determination. 3 regionals and the pairs he played, just squeezed in. But this is where it all matters, where it all counts. Look at the preparation.
Teddy, a few efforts this year. Finally got you.
It was all that got a mention on the tee, didn't it, last time? Teddy the trier. I quite like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Rattled me a little bit, so I thought I'd better pull my socks out a bit.
So you've picked up a fair bit of experience already on the Trilby Tour this year.
Yeah, it's nice to play in front of the cameras, in front of people watching, and you know, under strict competition rules, it sort of sharpens your golf etiquette and your know-how around the course, which is lovely.
The first year, first final. How far are you going to get today?
Don't know. How many finals is it? How many goes did I have? 4 or 5, didn't I? So 4 or 5 finals, then I might be out at the big time. But we'll see how we get on today.
And any little messages for anyone to?
Yeah. I'm not only playing for myself, playing for Lee Sharp today, as he can't quite qualify, but you know, I'll give it the best shot for us, mate.
So you're dedicating this to Lee?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice, eh? Always thinking about his teammate Lee Sharp. He'll be heavily involved in our programme. And what about that for a tee shot from Teddy? Fairway splitter. That's an athlete right there. And let's get down to William again. He's talking to Paul Rocky 3 Llewellyn.
Paul, you've won a few times now on this.
Yeah, I have. Hopefully that isn't the end of it. We'll try and see what we can do today.
You fancy it? You know, sort of freshman to Rockliffe, are you?
Yeah, I love this course, to be fair. It's playing long, 6-9 today, so that should suit the big hitters. I mean, you know, there's quite a few big boys out there.
I know James Vose today, withdrawn injured. How does that affect the rest of the field?
Well, he's one less person to worry about. You know, he's a good golfer, a very good golfer, a good friend.
Yeah.
And yeah, sorry to see him not here, because we've always had a bit of banter between us, and we always sort of watch each other's shoulders to see who's doing what.
So who's the guy to look out for today?
Tom Muldoon. He played well last year in the regional and just managed to fail to qualify for the top three. So he's got a lot of experience on here. Worldly man, and quite cute.
You wouldn't think a man called Rocky would use words like cute. There we are. Driver. Just cutting away a tad, perhaps, maybe. Well, it's not in the fairway, but no danger at all. Now, the incredibly cute Tom Muldoon, who plays from County Cavan in Ireland, reigning champion of the Buckinghamshire and Ireland. He knows what he's doing. Tom could be the man to beat. Look at that. Lovely tee shot. Williams alongside Tom's big pal, Kevin Commons.
Kevin, it's your fifth final. Probably one of the most experienced men in the field. Will that pay today?
Hopefully. I like the course. It's a long course. If I keep the ball in play, hopefully I'll do a good score.
Who do you fear today?
Mr. Llewellyn there's a good enough chance. I suppose my old buddy Tom Muldoon.
Yep.
But it all depends on the day. Whoever gets the putts will probably win the match.
Will that be you?
Hopefully. All things going well.
Well, he qualified at Worsley Park. And he's played several times this year. Now, that looks a little left and quick. And it is. In the thick stuff. So a nervy start for Kevin. Here's former world champion John Lynch on the tee with William.
John, ice cold Lynch. 2008 Galactico champion.
Galactico.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds
First
good.
Galactico.
Sounds good.
And champion of Ireland 2010.
Yes.
You're back. You missed last year.
Yeah.
So you're playing amongst some champions now.
Yeah. There's more and more every year. It keeps building and building. All these great players, and great to see the guys. Just met Chris Dyson down on the driving range, and we had a bit of a chat and all the rest of it. And his game seems to be in good nick, and it's just getting more and more competitive every year. You know.
Ice cold. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
And we catch up with Ice Cold at the second. So 3 points so far. The first, great start. And there's the first par 3 at Rockliffe Hall. And it's tamed with the brilliance of that shot. Outstanding. Kevin Commons at the 522-yard par 5 third. And that's all right. He's got the whole green to work with there. Birdie chances. Forward to 5. Teddy, the trier, Sheringham. Only 162 yards. This one today. Oh, look at that. Very tidy indeed. So Teddy with a birdie putt. We'll see that fairly shortly. Bit of tee shot trouble for Rocky Llewellyn. So this is his third to the par 5 7th. Having to use some timber. Or metal. That's the modern way. And that might just hang up on the camber there. That's all right. He can make his part. If he does that, he's done very well. Tom Muldoon. The front nine not going well. Only 11 points to here. His second to the par 4. Ninth hole just over 400 yards. And a lengthy birdie putt. Well, he needs a ripping back 9 to have a chance. His big pal, Commons. Eagle. If he knocks this in. But it's 75 feet across the green. Keep going. Go on. That's well judged. Excellent. Sheringham, the birdie, up the hill. No, he didn't read the break in that one. So Teddy will settle for a par. Rocky's birdie attempt would be stealing if he knocks this in. He's coming across 10 foot of fringe before he hits the green. And it's steamy. Whoa! Caddy smiling, but I'm sure the sensation is not that relaxed. Muldoon, got to make something happen. Holds this, it's 14 points. It's retrievable. Very nearly, so he will go out in 14 points, but back in 15, 29. DNQ for Tom Muldoon. He'll be back. Three-time finalist Stephen Williamson, his third across the water, the par 5. Third, good posture, very straight back. Try and do that at home if you can. Engage those core muscles. That's what all the physical trainers talk about. So water safely negotiated. Back to the second, the par 3. Ian the Mantis Marshall. And that looks like it's at a sandy grave for the Mantis. I've given Teddy this, surely. Don't tell me. 30. 28 points for Teddy. But at least he's made a final. And his old mate Clayton Blackmore's out there somewhere as well, trying to gouge his way around the golf course. We'll see if we can catch up with him. Rocky Llewellyn. Another putt slides by. 34 points. Not good enough. DNQ for Rocky. So it won't be Rocky 4. Long birdie putt at the third for Williamson. Nice speed. Nice speed. It must go in. It must go in. I'm waiting until that goes in. Yes, there it is. Had to go in. Mantis bunkered at the second. It's not the ideal start, is it? He flipped that out there pretty nicely. But it proved to be a poor day for Ian. Not many shots to play with, 32 points. DNQ. Time now to hear from William about this year's Trilby Tour.
This year's Trilby Tour, it just seems to have clicked into gear. You know, every year it seems to have got better and better, and it's just felt really smooth this year. I think the players, I say finally get it, the players really get it now, and they're making it really easy to run this thing. But it's their FA Cup final, it's their European Cup. Where else are amateur golfers going to get this opportunity to star on television, on Sky Sports, in front of millions of viewers? It's a tough one.
Time now to meet the 2013 regional champions. Who would mess with that lot? Well, we will, after the break.
The Perfect Gentleman's Playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to the salubrious Rockliffe Hall, the 2013 Trilby Tour World Championship Final. We're now going to concentrate on previous world champions and the winners of the regional events this year. Let's catch up with him again. He's talking to the reigning champion, Carl the Power Powell.
Carl, you are reigning world Trilby Tour champion. How's your year been?
It's been fantastic. Loved every minute of it. I've had a great year. A lot of respect from a lot of people, especially at the home club. So yeah, I've really enjoyed the year.
Who's to fear?
I've not seen a bad tee shot, so I think there's a lot of them out there. Well, from the scores I've seen through the front nine, I think everybody's got a chance today. But that's my trophy, and it's there as a loan. That'll be coming home again.
Confident fighting talk from the Power. His second to the first. Now a nice steady approach, middle of the green, that'll do. Look at the shape of some of the greens here at Rockliffe Hall. They take some working out. Aaron Stuttard, who is the champion of Wales at the first par 3, the second. And he's putting.
Aaron, first ever champion of Wales.
It's brilliant. The name is going to be there forever now, so I've done my job.
And will you do your job today?
Yeah, I hope so. I hit it well on the range, and I putted quite well on the putting green. Hopefully that all comes in today.
Fine player, Stuttard, and his birdie putt at 2 looks like this. Keep going. Oh, yes, all round good putt. Perfect start. Back at the first, the Power. And a long birdie putt from the fringe. Now, he can leave the flag in here if he wants, which he's done. Nice, tidy work. Here's our first look at the champion of Lancashire. He won at Worsley Park, the first Trilby Tour event of the season. Second to 17, 30 points. 2 birdies would be pretty tasty.
Richard, first champion of our year.
Yep.
Champion of Worsley at champion Lancashire.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, hopefully today I can keep it on the fairway.
You've played in a few finals, a few playoffs.
Yep, last year was at Old Thorns. I blew out on the last hole, bottle went. And then, yeah, Stoke Park didn't have a good round. Stuck it down the driving range on the first hole, give it a 4 right.
Ouch. Is today your day?
Hopefully. Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, Richard's third at 17 after his approach. Having a go at it. He's not seen the break. A lot of it from left to right. In the end, 34 points. Not strong enough. DNQ for Mr. Chisholm. There's always next year. Simon Hurd playing the first in a very unique way via the 18th. Champion of Kent. So he's got game. Trying to get it around that tree and find the green. Well, he's struggling big time at the first.
Simon, champion of Kent.
That's right.
Feel good?
It does. It really does. It's been. It was only 2 weeks ago, so it's still sinking in. But it's been a fantastic 2 weeks actually. Really, really pleased.
So how's that going to make you feel coming into this tournament now, off the back of a win?
Confident, obviously. Tried to keep up the game in the 2 weeks since it's followed, because I think I've obviously played pretty well in Kent. Had a couple of lessons and just trying to make sure keep doing the right things. And obviously a lot of very good players here today, so it's going to be tough. But hopefully I can come through again.
Well, hopefully he can get this up and down to save himself at the first. Hud's third. And he's given himself a fighting chance. Very well played indeed. Up ahead at the second. This is Chris Crowe. Champion of Norfolk. Plays at Goodwood, which is a pretty tidy up and down Dale golf course, that's for sure. Much flatter at Rockliffe Hall.
Chris, champion of Norfolk.
Yeah.
That was good. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I loved every single minute of it. On reflection,
yeah.
It was sort of bypassed me a bit during the round, but the playoff was immense. And like I said at the time, beating some of the players that I did, I was very, very proud. Very proud.
Aaron's here today.
He is, yeah.
You beat him in the final at Norfolk.
Yep. I hope he does well. I hope they all do well, you know, that's it. Like your banner say, it's who can win that battle with themselves on the day. So, you know, I'd be happy for anyone to win it, but most of all me if I could.
And after that one, very heavy of brow. Stay tuned for Rogues Gallery at the end of the show to see what happened to that one. Won't feature in his personal top 10. This is Chris at the second. Lovely, lovely pitch. But not enough points, 35. That won't do it in the final. The standard is that high. DNQ. Remember that third shot from Simon Hudd? This is the par putt at the first. Oh, and it's cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. What a par 4 that is. He's off and running. Paul Rogers' tee shot at the par 3 second. 13 handicapper.
Paul, champion of Yorkshire. How's that feel?
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be any better.
And your family with you today?
Yeah, family here today, yeah, girlfriend and mum and dad.
And your brother's here today?
My brother's here, he's out first, he was out about an hour ago, so big rivals is there.
Yeah. Split loyalties between the family?
I think so, yeah, but support us both, so let's see how it goes.
Now,
Let's go and win.
if you were neck and neck in that final today with your brother, would you step aside and let your brother come through, or would you?
No, this was the big one. This is one you got to go for, so I'll be all guns blazing for this one, so no holding back.
So woe betide anyone that gets in the way of Paul Rogers today?
No, it'll be straight focused, full on.
Very proud Yorkshiremen. Yorkshire have done well, in fact. They've won 4 of these Trilby tours this year. And Stettel, it's just run through the back. Maybe just catching a bit of the green. Ben Rosenbrook coming towards the end of his round at 15. 3 handicapper. He won in Nottinghamshire.
Ben, champion of Nottinghamshire. You played fantastic that day and you beat a mighty foe, didn't you? He was a brilliant player, David.
Yeah, I actually equalled my best of a round, so no, but I played probably the best I've ever played.
Do you think that's what it's going to take today to play the best you've ever played?
I think so, yeah. I'm only getting 2 shots today, so I'm going to really have to play out my skin.
It's straightforward. What you got to do here is just play brilliant golf. Par putt for Rogers. It's right on line and a couple of dimples short. Nebworth's Paul York, tee shot at 15. He won in Hertfordshire. And 26 points to this stage of the round. Where's this one flying? Towards the target, hopefully.
Paul, first time player, first time champion of Hertfordshire.
I just can't believe it. I really can't.
Feeling emotional?
It's lucky you can't see my hands because they're shaking. But yeah, it really is now. It's just made it for me.
You loved it, didn't you, down at Hertfordshire, at Hanbury Manor?
Hanbury Manor was fantastic. First time ever tried it. Anyone who wants to try it, just try it. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. You've never been a golf on TV. You won't be a golf pro, but you will on here.
So play like a king, feel like a king. That's what the Trilby Tour is all about. 15th, par 3, Dyson. Another player from Goodwood. And he's no stranger to winning the World Championship either.
Chris, 2010 champion. You fancy it again?
Well, I have to say, this is a pretty tough track, and I've watched some of those tee shots. There's some really good golfers out there. I mean, I played the track yesterday, and you set it up pretty mean. 6,900 yards of golf. The rough is extremely severe. If you don't hit it straight, you won't score around here. And you've got to be on your game with the driver. On the range this morning, it was a bit left and right, so I'm not sure that it's a track for me. It's a bit too big and a bit too brutal for my game, but I'll give it my best go and hopefully not embarrass myself too much.
Just to give you a heads up, 6-9 off the tees today, but can be played at 7,900 yards, Rockliffe Hall, or a hair's breadth under. That is long. Nice approach work for Dyson. Now Rosenbrook, we saw, bunkered his tee shot. It rolled back in towards the centre, the flatter part of the sand. And he has played a worldie out of there. Fine, fine bunker shot. Birdie putt for York. It's a lengthy one. Right across the green. Nearly. Very nearly 2. But 33 points. Not quite going to make it. DNQ for the Yorkster. Rosenbrook. Par putt. Well saved. But alas, too few points. 29. That will not make it. Did not qualify. Ben Rosenbrook. TTFN. And Dyson. Little movement with the upper body there. Leaning into the putt. That's not ideal. 36 points. Clubhouse leader. Fine, fine finish to his round. Whereas at Rockliffe Hall, we should really find out more about it. Here's John Stacey, the head pro.
We opened 4 years ago. This was basically all farmland, so we developed it from scratch. all the water hazards out there, obviously man-made water hazards, and we've basically built, you know, a fantastic 5-star complex, hotel, spa and a par 72 championship golf course. We've also got obviously fantastic practice facilities, short game areas, so yeah, it's all set up for, you know, for events like this. Well, the bunkers are a big feature at Rockliffe. We have many that are obviously in driving distance off the tee, and obviously most of the greens are really well surrounded by bunkers and obviously play a big part in the course here. You can't run any shots in. Generally, it's generally narrow entrances and you have to carry the ball to actually hold the green.
Tee shot at 2 for Simon Hudd. So par at the first with his 2 points. Come on, it didn't release. A little unfortunate. Paul Rogers on his final hole, 35 points. So has a chance to lead in the clubhouse. And well done. Aaron Stuttard's third at 6. He's got 9 points already. Come on. That's a lovely, lovely chip shot. But not a lovely, lovely day. 32 points. Quite strict off a handicap of 5. 2014 for you, my son. The Power, third at 15. So trouble at the par 3. And trouble he couldn't recover from. DNQ for Carl. But he's had a really good season. John Lynch at the 6th. His second shot to the par 4. And 14 points already. That's a mighty quick start. So perhaps another 3-pointer coming his way. Hudd's birdie at the second from the front edge. And didn't really have the pace or line all day long. 35 points. Good attempt. DNQ. This the birdie putt for John Lynch at the 6th. Cross-hander, left below right. Oh, and another one's gone in. Playing really well. It's a very hot front 9 for the Irishman. Rogers at the final hole. And his third shot is unbelievably good. What a finish. And what a total, 39 points. And he could be the only champion to make the playoff.
The perfect gentleman's playground.